Welcome to Bracket Bash, the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 or more, and banter our way down to a winner. I am your lovely host this week, Freddie Fisher, and this is my lovely guest this week. How you doing there, dear?
I'm doing pretty good. It's kind of late, but jazzed after that game, so I'm up and away.
Yeah, it is. It is very late. We are in Central Time Zone right now. The Bears Packers game just just got over. I was at halftime. No shit. I was sitting there going, like, you know what? Screw this game. I just want to record this because it's like I don't want to watch it. This game is going to make me sick. But then I also realized that I'm a Bears fan, and one, I shouldn't think that way, and two, Bears are definitely, as I was telling my wife, are a second half team, and everybody will be hearing this well after the Bears game is over because it is over now. But the I think they were down by like 18 points at one
Yeah.
time, and
By
they
the
ended up winning.
yes.
Yeah, at halftime they were down by 18 points, and eventually won it by 3 because it was a missed field goal.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And a
I
two point
think
conversion.
you know what, I am not a religious man, but I think having the Pope being a Chicago citizen at this current time might have actually helped us on that one. So I'm not gonna complain. Um, I'm not switching my religion, but I'm just saying it's like I'm glad to have some good vibes in this entire thing. Speaking of good vibes, by the way, we are going to be talking about somebody who has a list of a whole bunch of different vibes depending on what movie and what day of the week you catch them on. We're going to be talking about Nicolas Cage movies, and for anybody out there who's a fan of Nicolas Cage knows that depending on what movie he's in depends on what you're going to get with Cage, because Cage is Cage, and sometimes you just can't literally Cage. So we have 32 movies here as voting round goes between Donna, audience, and myself. We have 3 lifelines when it comes to this show, as always. Number 1 is Pass the Parcel. Pass the Parcel this week goes to ChatGPT Cage, because who else would we have? Realistically, who else would we have for this? I'm going to try to do this real quick. Hopefully that cuts down on some of the background noise because my heater was on because it's cold at 11 o'clock at night. Other than that, we have Steal a Vote. Steal a Vote works the same way as always. You can only use it one time during the game, up into and including the quarterfinal round. You have to use it during your turn and before the other person votes. But please know, since there's only 3 people voting, as always, whatever you vote for moves on to the next round, no matter what, because of course that's how math works. And of course, last but not least, we have the oldie and the goodie on this one. We have Blowing Your Load. If you're one of the first ones to go and don't want to be one of the first ones to go, you can, of course, blow your load. This means you're going last. If somebody else blows the load after you, you are no longer going last. You're going directly before them, and so forth. The only voter on here that's not allowed to steal a vote or blow a load on that one is, of course, the audience, because the audience is not actually here. They are voting via the Bracket Bass's audience vote on Facebook, where you can vote along with us every single week. As always, as we record, we are doing the Leonardo DiCaprio tournament, which is in round 2 currently. It's a Sweet 16, so there's not going to be much time left. The next round sets up tomorrow as we record, so Sunday, when you guys actually get to hear this, because this will go up tomorrow as well. And that's how their vote will be counted. Donna starts us off on this one. Donna, is it Left Behind or The Rock?
Wow.
I know, talk about 2 completely different fucking movies.
Right. God. I think I'm just gonna go with the Rock on that one, just because I don't know. That one just feels better to me. I guess I don't know.
The Rock, the Rock gets a vote by the audience on this one. Sorry, Donna on this one. It also gets a vote for the audience on this one because it's a 22 vote difference off of this. Left Behind is a remake of a religious movie. By the way, that particular religious movie, the original, I absolutely loved. I think they did a really good job on the first one. This one, as a remake, was absolutely terrible. I say that because we actually do a show that Donna has been on one of them. where we're talking about making possible remakes and stuff like that. This movie was terrible, and I'm glad they didn't make another one off of that one. My vote goes for The Rock as well. Anal beads and all off of that one. Rock moves on to the next round. It gets spot number 10, by the way, from Chat GP Cage off of this one. Says The Rock, I escaped Alcatraz with conditioner. Fun fact from this one. He wasn't the original lead. Sean Connery actually pushed for him.
Really?
So I know. So by the way, for everybody out there, Chat GP Cage has decided to add some fun facts on a majority of these, except for one. But I don't think it would have a fun fact to it in the first place. But The Rock moves on to the next round. Next up, audience starts us off. It is going to be either Family Man or The Croods. In a 4-vote difference off of this one, The Croods gets that vote. I'm going to go for Family Man off of this one. Not for necessarily the Family Man movie itself, but number one, I'm just not a huge fan of The Croods. Like, with the exception of Belt. I do love Belt as a character, because the entire da 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 thing was absolutely perfect, and I do that randomly just for my kids, because my son, my 6-year-old, has a little Belt toy and doesn't catch the reference because I don't think he's ever seen the movie, but he loves it when I do that. But the Family Man, if I remember right, the Family Man is kind of a remake ish of It's a Wonderful Life. So if you don't believe me, go ahead and check out the Family Man. It's pretty much the same storyline, but not a complete rip-off off that one. It is a tie-breaking decision coming down to Donna off of this one. Donna, is it Family Man or The Croods?
Well, sorry, but It's a Wonderful Life I didn't really like, so that makes 100% sense. I don't really like Family Man. So, yeah, I liked The Croods. I thought The Croods were hilarious. Like, I found them, I liked the second one, and that's kind of hard to do. So, yeah, Croods gets my vote.
Croods gets the vote and the win off of that one. Family Man, number 9 for Chat GP Cage off of this one. Says, it's alternate universe where I am emotionally available. Fun fact, it's basically Cage does It's a Wonderful Life. So, I already gave away the fun fact off of that. When I start this one off, it is either going to be Con Air or Mom and Dad. I love the movie Con Air. Con Air is absolutely fantastic. But I'm not even going to call this a pity vote. I'm not. I'm going to call this a vote that nobody has ever actually seen this movie, and they should, because Cage, if you want to see Cage at unhinged Cage, which is my personal favorite version of Cage, Mom and Dad is fantastic. The main premise of this movie, for anybody who hasn't seen it, is there was a radio wave or a song or something like that went over the radio that made all of the parents in this particular town go absolutely crazy and attack their kids. Which, granted, is not necessarily a good thing. I'd never want to see parents using any kind of force on kids, but it's a horror movie. It's a thriller horror movie, and to see Cage go absolutely nuts with like chainsaws and tools and everything else on another person, or trying to get to another person, because of course they're kids, they're not going to do anything to them. Even horror movies aren't necessarily that bad unless the kids did something like have sex in the middle of the woods or something. Then that's a really bad thing to do. Con Air, I don't mind it going on. I don't mind anything else on that one, but my vote on this one actually will be going for Mom and Dad, because I absolutely love this movie. And for anybody who else hasn't seen it, go check it out, because it's well worth the actual thing. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to make sure Mom and Dad goes on to the next round. I'm going to eliminate Con Air right now. I'm taking away the audience's vote. I'm stealing the audience's vote in round 1. It may be early. I do not care. But my steal of vote is off the board. My steal of vote is going for Mom and Dad. The audience is not allowed to vote. Donna, is it Con Air or Mom and Dad off of this?
Sadly, I think you should have kept your steal because I'm
Oh,
gonna go with mom and dad because I absolutely hated Con Air. Like even John Malkovich couldn't rescue this thing. Like it just stunk the big one. I've not seen Mom and Dad.
you
I just
should.
honestly looked it up, and I'm like, I want to see this. So I have it on my thing, and I think it says it's on Netflix right now. So or yeah something. So I'm going to go find it and watch it tomorrow.
It
So
is twisted.
I'm
It is
gonna
a, it,
do that
the
one.
only the only more the only movie that I think is more twisted with Cage that would be considered a movie worth watching would be the movie Mandy, which is horrible, by the way. But it's one of those bad movies that it's so bad it's good, and
See, and I think
it
a lot of Nick Cage movies are like that.
yeah. But Mom and Dad, it's a bad movie, but it's not bad enough to be go to go so bad it's good. It's one of those things that you have to be in a certain mindset to watch it, and it's just
Mhm.
Mandy's one of those things that you want to get before you go watch Mandy, which is not on today's list, by the way.
Mhm.
Before you go watch Mandy, you need to get like super high because
Okay.
it is a it's not a stoner movie, but it is trippy as hell. And yeah, so go off that one. It's a trifecta though, which kind of sucks because I mean, but looking at the board realistically, there's nothing else that I would have um, used my steal vote on that I'm aware of that I feel this passionate about. So Mom and Dad moves on 3-0. Uh, Donna starts us off. Donna, it is either Snake Eyes or National Treasures Book of Secrets.
I think I'm gonna throw a curveball and go Snake Eyes because I'm a history buff, but the second one was just bad.
It is a 10 vote difference going to Book of Secrets off of this one. I think Book of Secrets probably got votes off of name value alone
Hmm.
because Snake Eyes is kind of an older movie as far as Nick Cage is concerned.
Hmm.
Actually, kind of a mid range movie, to be perfectly honest, because uh, Cage was acting early 80s till now,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah,
So I think Moonstruck is one of his first movies, and it was, I think it was like 83, 84. So,
yeah. And Snake Eyes was 98, so I didn't.
yeah.
I thought it was older than that.
Well, we are getting up there in age there, love. So, Snake Eyes gets a vote. Book of Secrets gets a vote off of that one. I'm going to go Book of Secrets on that one. I am a huge history buff, as you guys know, off of this one. I love watching movies like this. I do agree with Donna, though. However, the first one is a lot better. But I also believe the first one's better because it had to work on the premise itself first and then the storyline. Where the second movie, the premise was already there, so it just had to focus on storyline, and I think it kind of overshot what it was trying to do.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. It still had plenty of good jokes. One of my favorite one is when Cage stuck his hand into the entire eagle's mouth type thing on the rock
Oh
and
yeah.
yelled.
Yeah.
He's like, "Sorry, I had to," which I don't get. I don't blame him off that one. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
uh, oh, I'll go back to Con Air in a second. But Snake Eyes got spot number 16. Uh, it's I sweat in real time. Fun fact though, opening shot is 12 minutes long, and Con Air is actually below that. Believe it or not, this is number 18. It says my accent escaped. Fun fact: that hair was a wig.
Really?
I mean, I it was at the time though. I mean, whole bunch
Yeah.
of people back in the 90s, back in the 1900s, had a
Mhm.
had like really long hair type thing. That was just the craze at that time for some reason.
Fabio, hello.
Yeah, but after you got smacked in the face by a bird, it's just even before that. I don't know the entire Fabio
No,
type
it
thing, but
wasn't Fabio himself. It was just that look, that the long, luscious locks and that kind of thing. And I guess maybe it's similar to how guys think now with girls and hair. I don't know. Something to grab onto. I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you in a way, but as a guy with no hair myself, I'm pretty sure if somebody wanted to pull my hair, there's a plunger involved somewhere. It's just be nice about it.
Hey, you have a beard. You have facial hair. It's okay.
Well, no, okay. For anybody out there who doesn't realize this is a choice.
Yeah.
Like I literally just shaved my head today. There's lines where you can see where my hairline is. It's not like my hairline has receded so far that I don't want to. I'm embarrassed by it. I actually like the bald look. I always have liked the bald look. I have. For anybody out there who don't know what I look like in general, imagine a more redneck version of Stone Cold Steve Austin who doesn't work out.
I
Wearing
will never
glasses.
not see that. Thank you. I'll never not see that.
Although with my beard getting longer, I'm getting more to be like a Mick Foley than anything else, but
A
with no
bald Mick
hair,
Foley.
so, like a bald Mick Foley.
There you go. Yep.
I was I was telling my cousins because my uncle ish person he's it's weird because my cousins are young enough to be in a different generation, but my uncle is old enough to be in a different generation. I'm mid range between the
Mm-hmm.
two, so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a weird feeling. But my uncle, who is not birth related to me, I'm kind of an adopted member ish. Um, he he went bald in his teens type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond, anybody out there, Raymond, and he we were talking about the entire hair thing and the fact that if he wasn't a firefighter, he would grow a beard and he could be the volunteer fireman. It's been there since I was a kid at that point. And he and I told him, it was like the only reason I don't grow my sides out is because I apparently have a lot of Indian in me. And he kind of looked at me. It's like, well, that kind of makes sense. And I looked him straight in the face. I go, yeah, because I'm Apache as hell. He's like, that's bad.
I was waiting for what your uncle would say.
I'm gonna go to like it's. I think it's one of the weird things. It's a racist dad joke.
Yeah.
The really funny, okay, and the real reason I say that is because I know very few full-blooded Indians in my life, and one of them told me that joke a long time ago when I was complaining about not being able to grow a beard, just the entire goatee, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use that, and I've been using it since then, and it makes people laugh, and I appreciate it. So, Book of Secrets moves on 2-1 to the next round. Audience starts us off of this one. It is either Face Off or World Trade Center. In a 21 vote difference off of this one, Face Off gets the vote off of this one. You know what? I like what World Trade Center was trying to do,
Uh-huh.
but I wish they would have waited about 5 years
Uh-huh.
because it seems like it was a money grab at that point, and uh, just what like I would love to see a World Trade Center based movie come out now. Like it happened in 2001, so have a World Trade Center movie come out next year, or sorry, this year because we're in 2026 now. So have one come out this year that was based around that, and it's the 25th anniversary. this September. For anybody else who doesn't, who was young enough that it doesn't really affect them, because apparently it affected me because I was in the middle of a ROTC class when that shit happened. So that was scary as hell. But
Well,
I appreciate what they were trying to do, but it came out the wrong way for me. So it left a bad taste in my mouth. And it's going against Face Off, and Face Off is a great movie. So I'm gonna go with Face Off this one as well. Donna, is it Face Off or World Trade Center?
it's Face Off for me. I 100% agree with you. It was just too soon. And honestly, I don't think, given our current atmosphere, a movie like that would hit well at all.
I think not. Okay,
I
let me
think we have
rephrase
way
that.
too many. I think we have way too many problems right now that this would not be the remembrance that it should be, and given the gravitas that it deserves because of this impactful event. Because, like, I mean, this that was since Pearl Harbor. That many decades since America was attacked, and it wasn't even Pearl Harbor. Hawaii wasn't a state at that point, so
Mm-hmm.
technically this would have been the very first on a state you know
On a Yeah,
event.
on stateside, on
Yeah,
uh, you U.S. soil.
yeah,
I wouldn't go as far as making a movie about it. Like I wouldn't. It's not like making the movie Titanic type thing.
yeah.
Like not. I'm not talking about making a movie about like the actual World Trade Center bombing itself,
Right.
but uh, for anybody out there who remembers, ironically enough, remembers the movie Remember Me with the guy that played Edward in Twilight, which the name escapes me out at this current time, but um,
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. By the way, one of my favorite Batman people, like number three. Yeah, number three for me. Donna's gonna
Okay,
disagree with me, but
I will agree with you
disagree.
on number three.
Number
I will.
three. Okay, before I go on, what's your top two then?
Do you really want to know?
Sure.
Really, really,
Yeah.
really? All right. Well, number two is I definitely enjoyed Ben Affleck just because he had the presence, I guess, to go with it. I guess I don't know. Um, and then I rather liked Val Kilmer.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you
That's,
respectfully,
that's fine.
which is what this show's about. We have the ability to respectfully disagree. Uh, my number one is Batman '89, which is again drawn a blank on the guy's name. But you know what? This is gonna piss me off. Uh, I don't have one of those little Google machine like freaking Alexa or something like that anymore.
The Batman '89 film.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Thank you.
No, yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
So not Kilmer,
Not Val Kilmer.
which his Batman wasn't bad, but like I wouldn't give him top spot.
Mm-mm. No, not at all.
I would give him top spot over Affleck, but not anything else. But my number two is Will Arnett.
Uh-uh.
You don't you laugh, but tell me he does not play a good Batman.
I agree. He would be over George Clooney any day. But
I,
yeah,
so is Keaton, Arnett, and then Pattinson are my top three Batman people. So it is what it is.
I will say Pattinson did a very good job. Like I thought he acted very well.
What it's a different. It was a different type of Batman. But
Hmm.
my point in all this between the entire World Trade Center thing is that at the end of the movie, Remember Me, and I'm going to spoil this for anybody out there who hasn't seen it. One, it's been out more than the entire 10-year spoiling fee, so I'm not. It's not going to be that big a deal. And two, this it's a horrible movie. So if you're going to watch it, you can go watch it, but it's not going to be worth your time. The entire movie is about a man, pretty much just a kid, teenager, young adult, whatever, wanting to reconnect with his dad, or not reconnect, but uh, get praise from his dad. But his dad's like a high office businessman person that won't give him the time of day, and blah blah blah. He's had some run-ins with the law and everything else in the process. Anyway, the movie ends with him finally getting a meeting with his dad, finally going to tell him what's up and everything else. And then the last remaining shot is him is I believe his dad on like the ground floor looking up, but it pans to the window, and the window is on like one of the top floors of the World Trade Center.
Okay.
So I'm like, that is a crappy ending.
Yeah.
There's no beneficial, like the only thing you can learn off of this one is like it is possible to be too late to do something,
Hmm.
which is not necessarily something you want to actually tell somebody, because it's never too late to make amends. It's never too late to do stuff like that until it is actually too late. And I think this movie pissed a lot of people off when it comes to that. I would not talk about doing something as far as with the World Trade Center itself. I'm talking about more of something that is it's about not even a real story, but something that involves a family either right before or right after the World Trade Center bombing
Hmm.
that had to do something like that. So it's not recreating the event, it's not doing anything else, but it's giving a little bit more of a humanistic element on what happened after the tragedy itself.
Is it Crash?
Probably, which is a really good movie, but
That's what I was kind of thinking. An adaptation for the World Trade Center. Like that's kind of how I
seeing
could see something like that doing.
get a
But
group of about 10 different people and have them have their lives are completely connected, kind of like a
yeah,
6 degrees from Kevin Bacon type
yeah,
thing.
yeah, something similar like that.
So I don't know. Either way, Face Off moves on. World Trade Center, spot number 31, which did not get the bottom one. Uh, Spot number 31 for Chat GP Cage off this one says, I'm quiet and nobody knows what to do. Fun fact, this is one of his most restrained performances, which I mean I can see that. There's no wild Cage off this one.
Mm-mm.
This is more Nicolas Cage than Nick Cage.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense to anybody, Face Off moves off to the next round. I That was the audience. So sorry, that was that was the audience. So I start this one off. It is either Kick Ass or Ghost Rider. I love the movie Ghost Rider. I'm a fan of superhero movies and stuff like that. Ghost Rider is more of an anti-hero movie. I wish they would have picked somebody else to play Ghost Rider instead of Cage, but it is what it is. Kick Ass is a superhero movie in its own right, and it's a rethought of what a superhero movie could be, and I absolutely love it. And even though Cage has a very small part in the movie, you also get to see Cage lit on fire, which was a practical stunt, by the way. That was not CGI. So props to him for that one. I'm gonna go kick ass off of this one. Donna, Is it Kick Ass or Ghost Rider?
Now, do you know it was actually him who did the stunt, or was it a
No,
stunt
it wasn't
double?
him doing it, but
Oh,
the person who was lit on fire was legitimately lit on fire.
gotcha. Okay, so that would have given him a little bit more props or stupidity, one of the two. But yeah, I agree. Kick Ass is just hilarity among hilarity. Ghost Rider, he kind of bothers me a little bit because he's got the crazy eye the whole way through, and you really can't keep that crazy eye the whole movie, and he pretty much does the entire time. So yeah, Kick Ass was just fun.
1 second.
Sure.
Uh, I'm gonna look this up because I want to give the guy as much praise as I can. Okay. Yeah, but no, I want to know who was actually like not the character's name. I want to know who what like was it actually Nicolas Cage who was I don't know. And Google's not letting me do anything in the time frame that I want to be done. So hopefully later on I will send information to Donna to see if it was anything as well. So Kick Ass gets a vote off of that one. Audience between Kick Ass and Ghost Rider. It actually goes to Ghost Rider and a 7 vote difference off of this one. But Kick Ass moves on with our vote. Sorry, audience. Not spot number 24 for Ghost Rider off of this one. So it's my skull does most of the acting. Fun fact: Cage is a huge Ghost Rider fan. So since since he is a huge fan of it, and not a lot of people are, I'm glad that it was him in a way. But that's my humanistic side on me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Eddie Yansick, Yansick, was his stunt double in Kick Ass and Ghost Rider.
So he got lit on fire twice.
Yeah.
I mean, props to him. Do something I wouldn't do. Donna starts us off. Donna, is it National Treasure or Weatherman?
Or what one?
National Treasure or Weatherman?
National Treasure.
Gets a vote. Audience is going to agree with you, but I did not write those in for some damn reason. And a 48 vote difference off of that one. National Treasure gets that vote. Uh, I do apologize to everybody out there. I got to finish up these notes because I wrote these down yesterday, but apparently I did not, or not yesterday. I wrote these down Thursday, but apparently I did not actually finish my work like I should have. So
Slacker.
I know, right? By the time we get to it, 48 difference off of that one. National Treasure gets that one as well. So it is 2 and 3. I'm going to go for National Treasure as well. Like I said, I'm a huge history buff, and this is a movie that I can rewatch over and over again, background or not. Like it's just a movie that I absolutely love to actually watch. Off of that one, so 3 now. Weatherman off of this one gets spot number 7, which is a lot higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I get hit with food a lot. So, fun fact: that really is a bone arrow. So, National Treasure moves on 3-0 to the next round. Audience starts us off. Audience, it is either finishing out the first half of round 1 off of this one, City of Angels or Guarding Tess in a 6 vote difference. City of Angels gets that particular vote. I'm going to go with Guarding Tess. I don't care, realistically. I'm not a huge fan of either one of these movies, but I love when they do the entire butler type movie type things, and Guardian Test is actually kind of like that. So I'm gonna go with Guardian Test just to make it fancy. Donna, is it Guardian Test or City of Angels?
Ooh, gonna break the tie.
You do have lifelines, by the way.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna pass.
as far as past the parcel goes, since there's only three of us here, you can use it as many times as you want.
I was gonna say that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
In A, looks like 6 spot difference off of this one. City of Angels gets that particular vote. Guarding Tess uh, says, I whisper politely to Shirley MacLaine. Fun fact, she allegedly, speaking of Shirley MacLaine, she allegedly improvised half of her lines. Which,
Interesting.
if you're Shirley MacLaine, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to do that. So,
Yeah.
at that point, City of Angels moves on. Angels, not angles. Come on. I can't be making that mistake this close to Valentine's Day.
All
City
right.
of
Just
Angels moves on 2-1 next time. I'll be right back right after this break. All right. Before I became a podcaster, I never imagined all the requests for 5-star reviews actually did anything important. I was wrong. But being the bastards that we are, we're not going to expect you to give up those 5 stars with nothing in return. I'll trade you for it. You send us a letter or question or anything else you think needed along with those 5 stars. Not only give you a shout out on the show, but we read your submission live on air. We like to call this our thank you to review. If you want to be a part of this thank you to review, you can send it to our email address. Yes, we are that old. To bracket, BRACKETTY, the number 2, then R at yahoo.com to get in. It also works if you want to be a guest on any of the shows on the ABC podcast channel. This week's letter comes from Flip. By the way, I love the name Flip. I do not know if this is a nickname or his actual name, but I love it either way. I hope your day is beautiful. Mine sure is. It is 7 degrees and sunny in Missouri at the moment, and I feel like going on a hike. This brings me to you. Thank you for being my hiking buddy. Signed, Flip Montrose. So, Flip, thank you for having an awesome name. Thank you for sending us a letter. Flip's question this week says, my question, if I can, when going into a new season of a show, do you wait till all episodes are out, or do you go week to week? So, which I love this question, but I'm going to let Donna go first. Donna?
Oh, thank you. No, I have to wait until it's basically over. I want to know what happens. I cannot wait, so I will wait until it's almost over, and then I will binge watch the crap out of it.
I'm. It depends on the show for me. The reason I say that is because I can't stand cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on a show, for instance, Beast Games is like this. School Spirits is like this. Traders, stuff like that. If you leave with questions that are going to be revealed in the next like 5 minutes of the show, those are the show. Excuse me. Those are the shows that I try to Google to see when the last episode is going to air. On the flip side, shows like Survivor or NCIS or stuff like that, where you can watch week to week and be fine because the episode ends with all the questions answered until the fallout from next week. That's where I draw the line on that. So it depends on the show itself. For anybody out there looking for a new show to watch, by the way, season 4 of Traders is out. The American version is out, and it is by far one of my favorite quote unquote reality shows out there, and it has been that way for many years. I believe I believe Beast Games is actually had a season 2, or is on season 2 at this current time on Prime as well. So Uh, check those out. But then you also have shows. One show that I do break this rule on is the show When Calls the Heart. I am a huge Hallmark movie fan. I have gleefully said that as many times as I can because one, I want to break the stereotype, and two, uh, a lot of the stuff on there are just kind of feel good stuff, and I appreciate feel good stuff because, as Donna alluded to before, this world kind of sucks. Especially right now, there's a whole bunch of bad shit going on, and it's nice to kind of just get away from that at times. So I enjoy the Hallmark Plus for that particular reason, and that's one of those shows. But When Calls the Heart has the entire cliffhanger type stuff where every single show ends on a cliffhanger, and it bothers a piss out of me. But I will watch it week to week when it comes out, mainly because it only comes out once a year for a season, and it's on like season 13 or something like that at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have to wait until Mondays for it to come out, and I'm not happy about it, but it is it's just one of those things, and I appreciate shows like that, but if I have the ability, I'm not going to go week to week on them because it drives me nuts.
Yeah. Game shows I can watch like week to week, and that's fine. But yeah, like no, I want to binge watch my show, and I want to know what happens right then and there. I can't wait a week. I don't want to wait a week. Mm-mm.
And I enjoy watching old shows too. I'm watching Star Wars. I'm watching Star Trek: The Next Generation at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and hey, I did not know this, but the seasons that I just got done watching were all the way back in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize that show was that old. I thought it was
Really?
like mid 90s.
No. Uh-uh.
No, like the first couple seasons are like 87 and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. I'm like, that is crazy.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And I
Yep.
just got into 1990. I'm sitting there going, it's like, this. The really cool thing about this too is that in our bedroom, our we don't have a TV in our bedroom. We have one of those projection things, but the
Mm-hmm.
projection it's not directly straight because if we do that, it would be right above our head, and I don't have that much faith for it not to fall off in the middle of the night and crack me in the head and cause concussion. And since I'm already asleep, you wouldn't know. So,
Fair.
and if it's sitting in the middle of the the room, hanging from the ceiling, knowing my luck, it would fall straight down and go in another spot that
Mhm.
is a little bit more important than my head at times. The so it's a little cockeyed when it
Yeah.
comes to this, but all these old shows are shot in like the square frame TV instead of the wide ones.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get shows like that, since it's a little cockeyed, you can frame it so it's square and you can see everything instead of these newer shows where you're always missing part of the left hand side of the screen,
Hmm.
and the right hand side is kind of skewed because it's off that. But yeah, so Flip again, cool name, appreciate it. Uh, Anybody else out there named Flip? One right into the show because I love cool names. If you have a cool name, right into the show because I will praise the living piss out of you because I love cool names because cool names are cool. So there's that. Thank you for writing into the show. I hope you enjoyed our answers. We enjoyed your letter as always. If you guys want to be like Flip, send it to bracket ty2r at yahoo.com to get in. That is the ty2r is the thank you to review, the two of course the number two, and instead of the writing that out. So bracketty the number two then r at yahoo.com to get in. Again, if it works for that, and if you want to be guests on any of the ABC podcast channel. I Shout out to Bubbles. That was a good one.
That was.
The only problem, it got on my board. And it's a wet erase board. So, all right. Welcome back for the second half of round one off of this one. I got to go backwards a little bit, though, because we got rid of guarding Tess in the previous section, and I did not say anything about it. I also didn't say anything about the weatherman either. Actually, I did. It says about the weatherman. Guarding Tess got spot number 14. Says, I did say something because we were talking about Shirley MacLaine. All right, I'm not as dumb as I thought I was. I do, however, start this one off. So, welcome back for the second part of round one. It looks like I start us off on this one. It is either Moonstruck or Renfield, however you pronounce that. The vampire movie, where he's a corny ass little vampire, or big vampire, actually. On this one, I'm gonna go with that, actually, because even though I don't know how to pronounce it, I never liked Moonstruck. It's a little bit before my time, and I say that being an old ass man at this point. And I think Nicolas Cage as a vampire is one. Nicolas Cage doesn't really age that much anyway, so it works for him. But two, it's so corny that it's just so much fun to watch. It is such a bad movie. But I love bad movies, so I'm going to go with that off of that one. Donna, is it Renfield or Moonstruck?
Renfield. Yes. Oh my God. It was on today on the Sci-Fi Channel, so I had to go and actually find it to watch it because it is hilarious. Was it Nicholas Horst?
Yeah.
Warm Bodies. That kid. No longer kid.
I say Warm Bodies, The Menu, which he played one of the most. If you ever wanted somebody to die in a horror movie, his character in The Menu is somebody that you really, really wanted to die, which sucks because he died in the dumbest way. Like, you wanted this dude to be punished, and he ends up just dying and pretty much off screen, and it sucks.
Yeah,
but
he's also in Catherine the Great, that Hulu TV series or whatever, not Hulu, FX or whatever it is. But he played Peter.
I think he played Beast in the new generation of X-Men too.
Yes.
So he's been in a whole bunch of stuff. So
yeah, super talented. He's a hilarious guy though, absolutely hilarious. And then Awkwafina, hello, she's great. So.
But Renfield moves on 2-1 to the next round because Moonstruck got 3 more votes than Renfield off of that one for the audience. Spot number 1, by the way, for Chat GP Cage off of this one says, turns out yelling can win you awards. Fun fact, won 3 Oscars. Cage didn't, but he still counts it. Moonstruck stays in round 1. Renfield moves on to the next round. Donna starts us off. Donna, is it Raising Arizona or Valley Girl?
Honestly, I think I have to pass the parcel again on this one.
It is, for pass the parcel, it is Raising Arizona. Audience, it is also Raising Arizona in a 13 vote difference off of that one. So Raising Arizona moves on to the next round. I think I seen Valley Girl once a long time ago, and apparently it did not impress me enough to go watch it again.
Yeah.
So Raising Arizona, though, it's a dad movie. And 9 times out of 10, I will vote for dad movies because dads don't get enough praise when it comes to this world, especially in the movies. So Raising Arizona goes uh, 3 and out. Okay, Valley Girl, spot number 13, by the way, for Chat GP Cage says I hollowed, or sorry, I howled. I can't read my own text. I howled. People liked it. Fun fact: this was his first starring role. Raising Arizona moves on to the next round. Audience starts us off. It is either the Sorcerer's Apprentice or Wind Talkers in a 4. I'm gonna double check that one because make sure my handwriting is right. Okay. Yep, it was. Sorcerer's Apprentice gets that vote in a 4 vote difference off of that one. I was trying to figure out if what I wrote down was a 7 or a 1. So that's why it's a 4 vote difference off of that one. Sorcerer's Apprentice gets the audience's vote. I'm gonna go for Sorcerer's Apprentice as well. I'm a Disney guy, and the Sorcerer's Apprentice was based off of the entire Fantasia scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, like I'm kind of the science nerd too, and I appreciate Tesla coils. They're just fun. I remember watching people play music via Tesla coils, and that
Mm-hmm.
is some of the trippiest shit that you'll ever see, and it is cool as hell. So, just off of the science nerd in me, I'm going to go for Sorcerer's Apprentice. It gets my vote. Donna, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Wind Talkers.
It's gonna sweep. I loved Sorcerer's Apprentice.
3 and out. Wind Talkers get spot number 27 for Chat GP Cage off of this one. Says, I shout respectfully. Uh, fun fact: uh, it it's historically important, but tonally weird. By the way, the one I did leave out beforehand that I completely forgot about was Left Behind. Got spot number 28. Says, I fought the apocalypse with a haircut. And the fun fact we already talked about, that was a reboot attempt, and it didn't go anywhere, thank goodness. So,
Mm-hmm.
I start this one off. It is either Into the Spider-Verse or Lord of War. I'm going to get shit for this, but I'm going to go for Into the Spider-Verse off of this one. And rumor has it that there is supposed to be a Spider-Man movie with Nicolas Cage as Spider Noir, which is, the not only a black and white Spider-Man, but he is like a detective Spider-Man, and I am here for it. It's an old man Spider-Man, and it's going to be great. Gets my vote. I do like Lord of War. Lord of War it's all right. It's one of those movies that you watch once, and you're like, all right, I've seen it. That was a movie. Whatever. Gets my vote. Donna, Into the Spider-Verse or Lord of War?
I'm gonna have to go Lord of War. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but what you described sounds like an amazing movie, so I would at least see it.
Well, imagine like Dick Tracy
Yeah,
type thing,
yeah.
but
I'm getting the noir. The yeah.
yeah, but it's like it's
I'll
Spider-Man.
see it.
They also have like Spider Pig, and have you seen Into the Spider-Verse
I've
where they
seen
have a
part.
whole bunch? They
Yeah,
have
I've
a
seen.
whole bunch of different versions of Spider-Man,
Hmm.
but apparently, uh, people were so intrigued by the entire noir thing, especially
Hmm.
Nick Cage voicing it as well, that they're wanting to do one. And but I don't put a lot of stock in it because they also said that they wanted to do a Gambit movie, and the closest thing we've gotten to that one was Gambit in the Deadpool and Wolverine. And by the way, I think Channing Tatum did a fantastic fucking job when it came to Gambit, and I do want to see that. So
That is something that he's been discussing with Ryan Reynolds. So I mean, it has been in discussion. It has been for a long time, but yeah, like, but it's always been Channing Tatum too. It's not been anybody else.
well, I was a huge fan of Gambit as a kid when they had the entire X Men series on Saturday morning cartoons, and
Oh yeah.
was always my that and Nightcrawler, but Nightcrawler wasn't introduced until later. But Gambit was always my go to X Men.
Mhm. I get you.
So
I like Rogue, and then what was her name? She was blue hair or something. Was in the she did the
Mystique,
Sparklers. No, she did the
no,
Sparklers. Jubilee.
was it blue hair? I thought it was.
Maybe it's black, but she had like something on her head that was blue. Like maybe it was like sunglasses or something.
Yeah,
I think it was like Jubilee or something. I don't remember her
yeah,
name.
the a teenager that they that they pretty much destroyed an entire mall trying to get to her.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Like I liked her too. I liked her and Rogue. Those were my favorites.
I I always liked Rogue, but I liked Rogue in the original cartoon, but when Anna Paquin
Yeah.
played her in the actual movie, it kind of threw it off
hmm I mean, I think she was
because
a good Rogue. I don't like how they took her character, but I like her as Rogue. I thought she was a good one.
if if I didn't have anything to compare it to,
hmm
I think it would have been a good fit as a
Fair.
good restart for Rogue. The only problem is that everybody else did such a good job with original content, but Rogue
hmm
didn't.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird standout.
Yeah.
Audience though, however, is going to be going for Into the Spider Verse in a 8 vote difference off of this one. So it moves on 2-1 to the next round. Lord of War, spot number 7 for Chat GP Cage. So, sorry, not spot number 7. Spot number 6 says, I sold guns and my soul. Fun fact, used real decommissioned tanks in this movie.
I knew that.
Which, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right?
I mean, if you have the ability,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons. Like, if I ever, I wouldn't be able to do it. But if I ever got into acting or something like that, I'd probably take on roles that I had no business doing, just so I could do cool shit like that.
Yeah.
Or
That would be
if I would produce music videos, I would come up with some of the wildest shit just because I wanted to do it. That's why I think Mr. Beast has one of the coolest jobs in the world. Is because like the world is his plaything at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like he literally hires people to take like machine guns and high powered freaking bullets and like ammo and a whole bunch of stuff to get through things just to test a theory
hmm
and spends money to do it. And I'm like sitting there going, it's like this is. I'm not going to say this is what billionaires should be doing because they shouldn't.
hmm
But I think Mr. Beast with his money is doing more to better the world using it in such a dumb way because at least it's entertaining and it's not hurting anybody.
hmm I mean, it's also stimulating the economy in some way versus.
Well, and granted, for anybody out there who's thinking I'm not giving Mr. Beast enough credit, he's also does the entire building wells in Africa, and he has a uh, like a life water type program that he's trying to do to build to to build travel, the ability to travel with like a drinking straw that you can drink pretty much from any water source and be fine, which is super cool for
Hmm.
somebody who has a Brita filter in his, in his kitchen.
Hey, there's stuff in our water that's not supposed to be there. But
I
no,
would say I grew up on a tumble of water. I don't trust pipes anymore.
no, no, no.
All right. I think that was me. Donna starts us off. Donna, is it next or knowing?
I'm gonna choose next. I don't
Next
know what.
gets a vote. Audience and the two vote difference goes for next as well. I'm going to go for knowing strictly because of our quote that I'm going to end today's show on. So next does happen to move on to the next round. And I appreciate your text message there.
You're welcome.
Okay. Knowing spot number 15 off of this one says Chat GP Cage states the sun is angry. Fun fact: the ending was super controversial, which yes, it was. Any religious person out there who's seen this movie, any like pretty much every religion was pissed off about this
Yeah.
movie.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if you want to go wild, that's how you decide to do it. Next moves on to the next round. Audience, it is either Gone in 60 Seconds or Drive Angry. In a 31 vote difference, Gone in 60 Seconds gets that vote. I'm gonna go for Gone in 60 Seconds. Eleanor, like I want that car broken up. I don't care. Like I get it at the end of the movie. Like I want that car. That is a damn good looking car, and I've ridden. I've never driven one, but I've ridden in that car before.
Whoa.
Not that particular car because that is an
Yeah,
entire movie set car, but my grandfather, God rest his soul at this point, used to sell junk vehicles, which also mean he knew a whole bunch of guys looking for old car parts,
hmm.
and I got to meet pretty cool people, got to ride in some pretty cool cars. That particular car is one that I got to ride in the back seat of, but still got to do it. So
Cool.
I appreciate that. Gone in 60 Seconds gets my vote off of this one. Donna, finish this up. Gone in 60 Seconds or Drive Angry?
Gone in 60 seconds. I agree.
Three and out. Gone in 60 Seconds. Move on to the next round. Drive Angry. Spot number 25 for Chat GP Cage says the plot fell out of the car. Fun fact though, this was filmed partially in 3D. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like looking back on it, I don't think I would have spent that much money
No.
because filming something in 3D takes a lot of money.
Yes.
So, Gone in 60 Seconds moves on 3-0 to the next round. I start this one off. It is either Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a very famous movie, or Matchstick Men. I'm gonna go for Matchstick Men. Matchstick Men is again one. It's a dad movie, and two, Cage is. There's a time during this movie you can just tell Cage is like, nope, nope, don't care, no, like I'm not dealing with you. And as a dad, I feel that. I do. I feel that. Matchstick Men gets my vote, and that I've never liked Fast Times at Ridgemont High anyway. So, Donna, Fast Times or Matchstick Men?
I agree with Matchstick Men. It's a good, cute little, dad movie. And I mean, you don't even have to have kids to see that point where, it's, I'm done. And yeah, that's just a good reminder that everybody has those feelings, whether you have kids or not.
And of course, the audience in a 7 vote difference is going to go for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but it does not save it. Matchstick Men 2-1 to the next round. Spot number 30 for Chat GP Cage off of this one for Fast Times. That surprises me because Fast Times is regarded pretty well among people. So the fact that it went so low off this one says, I had 5 lines and a legacy.
Pretty much.
Fun fact, he used his real name, Coppola, in here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I remember right, his grandfather or uncle or something like that, or even his dad was a famous director. So, and last but not least, off of this one, Donna starts us off. Donna, is it Leaving Las Vegas or Peggy Sue Got Married?
I'm gonna go with Peggy Sue on this one.
Gets a vote. Audience between Peggy Sue and Leaving Las Vegas. It is a 12-vote difference for Leaving Las Vegas. I'm going to leave it up to Chat GP Cage, and they say in it is a close vote, but Leaving Las Vegas gets that particular vote. So 2-1 finishes this one out, but it is Peggy Sue at spot number 5. So that you can. So Leaving Las Vegas got somewhere between 1 and 4 at that point. Peggy Sue Got Married. I invented time travel through acting. Says directed by Coppola, his uncle.
Oh.
So there you go. Which was kind of cool. I appreciate that one as well. We have our Sweet 16 at this point. Be right back right after this break. Fast forward because this is going to be a spot for the this is the guest spot, which you are not a guest, you are a bastard, so you go at the second part of that. So welcome back for round 2. Looks like audience starts us off on this one. Audience, it is either The Rock or Ringfield off of this one, and it is a 21 vote difference off of this one. The Rock gets that vote. I'm going to go for The Rock as well. I seen a thing on Facebook today about it says I got a new thing of bath bombs and I wanted to try it out. And for anybody who has seen The Rock, there is this the chemical warfare that they use is a whole bunch of like glass beads on a string. And that's what this picture was picturing. And it made me laugh because I'm old and I know this movie and I'm like, yeah, try it. That one, and I was talking about this last week because this movie came out in '96. The Rock has one of my favorite Nicolas Cage lines where he goes like, "You ever seen the Rocket Man? Well, that's you. You're the Rocket Man." And it's Nicolas Cage fashion, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go with The Rock as well. Donna, The Rock, Ringfield.
I liked Renfield. I just thought it was hilarious. So I know I'm outvoted, but
That's all right. 2-1. Ringfield, by the way, spot number 29.
Wow.
For Chat GP Cage. Says, I am Dracula, and I'm in a support group.
Yes.
Fun fact, Cage based it on German Expressionism. I can see that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking back on the movie, I can see how that was based that way. I
Yep.
start this one off. It is either going to be Mom and Dad or Sorcerer's Apprentice. I brought Mom and Dad in here for with a steal a vote. Apparently, I did not need to steal a vote. By the way, both of these are 3 and outs from the last previous round. But I, as much as I love the movie Mom and Dad, I'm a Disney kid, and Sorcerer's Apprentice will be getting my vote strictly off of that one. And again, the Tesla coils and a whole bunch of other things. I absolutely love this movie. Uh, it gets my vote. Donna, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mom and Dad
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
gets another one. Audience, between Sorcerer's Apprentice and Mom and Dad, it is a 6 vote difference for Sorcerer's Apprentice, so 3 and out. Mom and Dad ended up getting spot number 26 for Chat GPK. I love this. 26, Mom and Dad. I scream at children for art. And for anybody who has seen this movie knows exactly what he's talking about.
Right. But do you notice there's a theme going on here? I yell, I scream.
Yeah, but it's Cage. That's what he does.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, fun fact, he insisted on 0 restraint for this movie. So Cage was allowed to go full Cage.
Nice. And now we know what full Cage looks like.
So if you ever wanted to see Cage, actually, realistically, if you want to see Cage go full Cage, go watch the movie Mandy. But if you want a movie that you actually want to watch, go watch Mom and Dad.
Gotcha.
It's better. Donna starts us off. Donna, is it Face Off or Next?
Just because it's ridiculous. I liked Face Off.
It's a weird ass fucking movie.
It is.
Did you know that one of my favorite things about this too, audience, by the way, between Face Off and Next, before I get started, it is looks like a 16 vote difference for Face Off. So we'll be moving on. One of my favorite things about Face Off is that people still, much like how people, when they see pictures of John Cena with like other people or stuff along those lines, and they says like, "Hey, I cropped in John Cena into this Harry Potter scene, but there's nobody there." That joke has lasted for the last like 25 years. Face Off, the joke has still lasted where people will take pictures with Nicolas Cage, but says they took a picture with John Travolta.
Yes.
And one thing we know about this show is that we appreciate long-running jokes. It's a history lesson, people.
Very long-running joke.
It's a very long-running joke. Next is it's not a bad movie. I appreciate for what it is, but it's one of those movies that the concept needs to be redone in like 30 years. Because I think in about 30 years we'll have the ability to do the special effects needed for the movie, but we just can't do it now. It's a movie. It's a movie at a time. Ironically enough. So Face Off moves on. Next, by the way, got spot number 32. Says I saw this ranking coming and tried to stop it. And there's no fun fact for that one. So, but I got the very last spot. Face Off moves on to the next round. Audience starts us off. It is either National Treasure or Matchstick Men in a 46 vote difference off of this one, which ironically enough, I think that should have been higher. National Treasure gets that particular vote. I'm going to go for National Treasure as well. Donna, is it National Treasure or Matchstick Man?
National Treasure.
Gets another one. 3 and out. Matchstick Men got spot number 4 for Chat GP Cage. Oh, this is cool. Number 4, Matchstick Men. Cage says, I twitched for art. Uh, Fun fact, though, Cage actually studied OCD behavior for this role.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was too. National Treasure moves on to the next round. I start this one off. It is either going to be The Croods or Raising Arizona, 2 family movies regarding off of this one. Both of these are dad movies too, because even in The Croods, he's still the dad, trying to be a dad, trying to be a protective dad too, which is good. Raising Arizona, he is a new dad, not wanting to be a dad. He's actually a criminal in this entire situation. But I still like Raising Arizona better than The Croods. I just don't like The Croods. I don't know why. I think it's too stupid to be funny, even for a cartoon.
Oh,
I know. I'm breaking Donna's heart. I'm gonna go for Raising Arizona. Donna, is it Raising Arizona or The Croods?
okay. First off, he creates like the portrait. Come on now. Like, that's humorous. Smack, rock, yeah, hello. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and steal too, just in case, because I want my Croods to move forward. So I'm gonna steal the audience vote, whatever that was. I'm gonna go with the Croods.
So Cruz will be moving on no matter what, 2-1 to the next round. The audience, by the way, in a 11 vote difference. Sorry, take that back. I was looking at the wrong one. In a 7 vote difference off of that one, would have gone with Raising Arizona.
Oh,
So you got that one right. The Cruz moves on. Raising Arizona got spot number 3 for Chat GP Cage. Says crime, diaper, destiny, cinema peaked. Fun fact: the Conan brothers plus Cage equals lightning. I've been told that we need to do a Conan brothers tournament. So apparently they have some really good movies out there. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But 2-1, Cruz moves on to the next round. Donna starts us off. Donna, is it Book of Secrets or Into the Spider Verse? Both of these you voted against last round.
yes, I did. I'm gonna go ahead and do Spider Verse then, because I just yeah.
You just can't stand Book of Secrets.
I just really can't. Like, it just was a disappointment, I think. Like, I just can't get over because the first one was so good. And I understand, you can't keep the same momentum going, but it kind of felt like it didn't even try. I don't know.
Uh, Audience between Book of Secrets and Into the Spider Verse. It is a 3 vote difference, so actually rather close off of that one. But Spider Verse gets that vote.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm gonna go just to keep it spicy. I'm gonna go Book of Secrets. 2-1. Spider Verse will be moving on. I actually like Book of Secrets. The only problem with Book of Secrets is because, again, since the premise was already there, if they had to come up with a different premise, I'm sure the premise itself would have led to more of a degree of intrigue in the story.
Mm-hmm.
But or have them bring back some other stuff that would have been fun for the story. I think the problem with Book of Secrets is the first movie was so good that they had such a high bar to hit.
Yeah.
So if you're comparing the first one to the second one, yeah, the second one's going to suck. But if you're just keeping it at like an actual movie itself, it's not like it's an actual good movie at that point. I'm not going to say it's better than the Spider-Verse, but I can say that what gives Book of Secrets more credit than Into the Spider-Verse is that Into the Spider-Verse, Cage was a sub character.
Hmm.
where Book of Secrets, he was like the main person.
Yeah, he
So
was.
Into the Spider-Verse moves on to the next round. Book of Secrets, number 21, says, you will like this one. Cage says, Chat GPT Cage says, history begged me to stop.
Agreed.
Fun fact: they shot inside the White House set, not the real one. Which, to be perfectly honest, I kind of wonder, considering the president we have, which I'm not going to bash or praise or anything else. The president, any president we have, I'm not going to say anything on this show regarding good or bad.
Hmm.
But considering the president we do have, I kind of wonder, considering his film background and his TV background, if he would allow, with proper clearance, stuff like that to happen, or if it's even up to him in general.
I don't think it would be up to him at all. But I think if a sitting president would push for something like that, I agree. Given his TV background and stuff, I could see him, doing something like that, allowing people in and doing stuff. But I
Well,
don't think that that would ever happen, just because of the security. Like, it's way too sensitive area.
well, I kind of wonder why, because if they would, because they allow tours and stuff like that all the time, and they allow press into a lot of different places of the White House. So allowing cameras in there for a shoot that would last maybe a day or two at most, especially if they had this kind of, if they had the ability to do this, like one of the first people to actually have the ability to film inside the White House for it,
Hmm.
I don't think I don't think that'd be that big of a deal. And to just have, once they're all done, like don't do anything important in there until it's completely like swept for bugs and done all their tech work and make sure that everything was
Yeah,
done and whatnot. And all the people who would be in their filming would be cleared at the highest degree at that point.
yeah. I see your point. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why not? I don't know,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
it's
I,
not
I
like
agree.
people don't know what it looks like at this
Right.
point.
Well, I mean, we've seen pictures, but yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure people's gone in there with like news cameras and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah, they
But
do it all the time. It's just, yeah.
so
Yeah.
my like, let's say like when the president's signing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's photographs everywhere. Yeah.
having having that many people in there to do it, I don't know what the big deal would be.
I would think it'd be so much technology that stuff can be hidden with the technology. That would be my only thoughts. But yeah, like, because I mean, we have phones, we have cameras right here, we have listening
Yeah,
devices right here, and they're not banned from that room. So
no.
yeah, that'd be the only thought I would have, is just the equipment.
Well, but again, that would just go with the entire debugging
Right.
thing
So
as well. So
yeah,
as long as nothing's done in between the time,
yeah. But I agree
I
with
I
you.
wonder like I wouldn't say use it all the time, but if there's something that, now I wouldn't have a sitting president be in the movie.
God, no.
No, that it doesn't matter who the president is, Trump
Yeah.
or not. But I wouldn't say have that particular president in the movie unless they're filming and you just see him in the background type thing.
Not even then. Not even then.
I I would do that because it's, or have somebody who looks like him from like
Yeah,
a distance, because I
that I would.
think it would add a little bit, kind of a cool little um, Wizard of Oz type
Yeah.
thing, where
Hmm.
you think you see something,
Hmm.
a nice little nugget for people. But
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that's not really him. But he was president at the time.
So then you're always wondering,
So,
was that him or wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah. And just never release it.
Yeah.
Even put him in there as as credits as an extra.
There you go. Yeah.
Just to do it, just to fuck with people.
I agree. That'd be fun.
All right. Audience starts us off. It's either Kick Ass or Gone in 60 Seconds. In a 28 vote difference off of that one, Gone in 60 Seconds gets that particular vote. I'm going to go Kick Ass. I am a comic book movie fan. And this, again, kind of turns on his ear about this one. I do love the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. I love it has one of the best soundtracks of all time off of that one as well. But Kick Ass is such a refresher of what movies can be, especially independent movies can be.
Yes.
So be able to do that gets my vote. Tiebreaking decision coming down to Donna. Donna, you want to know who is facing in the next round?
No, because Kick-Ass is my vote. Period. I loved that movie. I really enjoyed it for what it was.
2-1. The audience gets outvoted off of this one. Gone in 60 Seconds. Spot number 17 for Chat GP Cage off this one. Says he says, Chat GPT Cage says, I love a car more than a human. Fun fact, Eleanor became a celebrity because of this movie.
Yes, I can see that.
Which, I mean, one of these days, and I gotta find some car guys, car girls, car peoples out there. But in July, and I'm pretty sure Eleanor is going to be a part of this. In July, the third week of July, we have movie mobiles, which are going to be a list of famous vehicles from different TV and movie stuff like that, like the General Lee, Kit, Octo 88 from Ghostbusters, the DeLorean from
Back to the Future.
Thinking Back to the Future, stuff like that. Christine from Christine. I'm not going to add Titanic from Titanic in there because that's just going too far. Okay. And last but certainly not least off of this one, it looks like I start this one off. It is either going to be City of Angels or Leaving Las Vegas. Ironically enough, these are both talking about two different cities off of that one. Of course, LA, City of Angels, and Leaving Las Vegas, being in Vegas as well. Shout out to Bubbles, by the way. She is out in Vegas at this current time. She will be doing, by the way, next week. Next recorded episode we are doing is going to be the quotes episode, and Bubbles is going to be the parcel person off of that. Well, she will not be joining us, but she will be doing the really, really, really ridiculously, even the stuff that I had to do, hard decisions in this one, and going through the entire list of 64, yes, 64 different quotes, and deciding which one is going to be like the winner out of all of those, and more power to her. But audience, between Leaving Las Vegas and City of Angels, it is a 5-vote difference for Leaving Las Vegas. I don't care. Like, I really don't care about either one of these movies. I'm gonna give it to, while I still can, I'm gonna give it to Chat GPT Cage off of this one. It is going to be it's gonna be Leaving Las Vegas for that one. So an automatic 2 will be going on to the next round. Donna, Leaving Las Vegas or City of Angels?
I was gonna do Leaving Las Vegas.
3 and out moves on to the next round. We have our lead 8. We'll be right back right after this break. All right. I get to meet. I get to talk to some pretty cool people on this show, as always. That's one of the reasons I love podcasting. I also get to talk to not only those amazing people, but I got to talk to some amazing friends. Donna and I have been friends for way longer than I care to mention. Probably way longer than she cares to mention. If you want to know that answer, check out Donna's backstage interview. It is currently up on our page over there. It is a good interview. We've done it. We've got to catch up a little bit, but she hasn't been on a show for a bit. So Donna, what you been up to?
Not a whole heck of a lot. Christmas was good. New Year was good. I survived. No one died. So
Well, I mean, that's good.
yeah.
I can't. I can't say that's not a bad thing. I mean, shit. But say, did you get any cool shit for Christmas this year?
No, didn't actually do Christmas presents this year, except for my
Oh.
sibling. Got us all been doing a tradition of doing the squishmallows the past few years, and got us all squishmallows, even though we were like no gifts this year, none. So that was a fail. But I got a squishmallow. I got a Alphaba squishmallow, so that was really cool. But
No.
no, it was great. I got to look through old pictures, and I found one of us when we were little. And if anyone would like to see it, I can certainly post it.
I mean, I was there, so it's not like I can say you can't. But it also
No,
doesn't
it's
mean I want you to.
no,
we
yeah,
we
it
got to
was
do
really
some pretty
great.
cool. We got to do some pretty cool shit over the entire holiday season. Um,
Nice.
we, as a group, one thing Donna's not mentioning, we actually did a Secret Santa thing, which is the first time that we got to do it for the group, and with the exception of Donna's gift and I think Bubbles' gift at this current time, which are still in the mail. I know what you got, but
Bubbles
I'm
got
not
her
going to tell you,
gift.
huh?
Bubbles got her gift though.
Then who? Then it's just you?
I guess I don't know.
Oh, I could
Because
have
now that
swore.
Secret Santa is over, I can say I got Bubbles, and I know she got it because I saw her thing post a picture of it.
Might have been Kate then. I don't know, but I think you're the only person I can think of right now that has not gotten their gift yet. I can tell you it's not because of the person who sent it,
Yeah, it was
because
delayed. Yeah.
yeah, it's just been delayed because it's the entire holiday season. But I got something real cool. I didn't wear it. It's in the washer right now. But I got a sweatshirt. It says head bastard on the front of it. On the back of it, for anybody who hasn't listened to the quotes episode last year, it has a Princess Bride stuff on the back of it, and it says "Life is painless" on it
Nice.
because that is one of Shy's favorite things that I have ever said on this show because I have to talk a lot. Which, by the way, next week's episode, I am not. I look forward to it because it's one of my favorite shows, but I don't look forward to it because I have a lot of talking to do, which sucks because I don't only have to talk for this, but we have a lot of people on next on the shows that we have coming up, so hopefully it will relieve some pressure off of me.
Nice.
Did
Yeah,
that? Did
just
we had a New Year celebration as well, which was a lot of fun. I got to use one of my Christmas gifts, which was a card game involving famous people, and
cool.
we played the easiest game, and people got kind of cutthroat. I won, of course, because it was my game, so I kind of felt bad about it. But and
Nice.
since we do multiple podcasts about movies and pop culture and stuff like that, I kind of had a leg up. But
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun doing that, and got to see my daughter. She came down for a little bit, and the entire same process, and should be
Nice.
coming up. Could be coming back down pretty soon, so I'll be looking forward to seeing her. One of the things I want to do, if I could get a cheap enough ticket to do it, because again, the most, I'm not the richest man in the world, but she is a theater nerd, and I would love to take her to. There's multiple shows up in like Des Moines and stuff like that I want to go to. There's a show up there right now called Six that I would love to go see.
Yes.
Uh, and there's a show show called Kimberly Tumbo or something like that, or can't remember what it's called, but along those lines that I think she'd have a blast going to too. But
Mhm.
I'm not in the mood to pay like $300 a ticket,
I understand.
so
Hmm.
it is what it is. But that's going to be her. It was going to be her 18th birthday day gift
Aw,
because
no.
her birthday is coming up in less than a month and a half. So at the end of next month, she's turning 18, and
Mm,
I have feels about it. So
yeah.
that's where I'm at right now. I am your host, though. I host this show. I host multiple other shows. Number one show I host, is, of course, is Bracket Bastard. You know what Bracket Bastard is by this point. If you don't, I'm sorry. You got to listen to the rest of it to figure out who wins. Central Booking is a wrestling podcast. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Kevin's a huge wrestling fan, so we talk about wrestling. It's a pro wrestling podcast made by pro wrestling fans for pro wrestling fans. We don't really talk about current events. We talk about just stuff that we would like to do and history projects and just thinking stuff. So it's kind of fun to do. The recasting call, which Donna has been on, we take movies made before the year 2000 and recast them with current stars. Coming up, by the way, Liar Liar just came out. It is on our spectrum at the moment. That was myself, Kate, and my lovely wife for the first time and probably the only time on this channel she's ever actually had her voice raised. Coming up, though, recording this upcoming week and coming out next month, we have Casablanca, and then 12 Angry Men, and then To Kill a Mockingbird coming up in a few months after that. And I believe we have Donna coming back later on in the year. You're doing Page Master, right? Or was that might have been somebody else? I don't know. Donna's away from keyboard. So we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Some other shows on here that I don't deal with, but I've been on a couple of times, and that is PF Jeremiah and his Infernal Roommate. There's a Christmas special out, non-canon Christmas special, and of course, uh, Tales of Gandara, the new D&D podcast on there one as well. If you want to be on this show, or any other show, you know how to reach us. It is at bracket ty2r at yahoo.com as well. Check all those out. And it looks like we're going to take a small break before Donna gets back.
Sorry about that. I have three cats, and only two of them like each other. So
They're
hopefully,
probably wondering, it's like, why is she still up?
I don't know what they were thinking, but I was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm going to say for everybody out there, it is 12:30 in the morning for us right here. We have one more round. We have one more round. We have the rest of the show to go. But before we get to that, by the way, Donna, you have passed a parcel. These next four matchups is the last time to use that. All steal votes are off the board, but blowing a load, of course, goes all the way to the end of the game. So,
Okay.
welcome back for round 3 and beyond. I have no idea where the hell we're at right now, but I do know that City of Angels left us last round. Spot number 8 says, "I fell for a human and then got dumped." Fun fact, and I do not know this is true or not because I have no idea how the hell he would do it. But fun fact, he actually learned angel movement styles.
Alrighty
How do
then.
you learn angel movement? Like, is that like is that like a Victoria's Secret type thing? You just talk to them.
I
They're
mean, if anyone
they're
could, it
angels,
would
right?
be Cage. I mean,
I need to learn how to be an angel. Call Victoria's Secret.
no, you know what? He went to Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but that happened after.
I know. Fine, Alan Rickman.
I still think that happened after.
Wow.
Because you're talking about Dogma,
Yeah.
and I think City of Angels actually came out before Dogma did.
1999 was Dogma.
Yeah, and City of Angels was
1998. One more,
yeah,
one more. Yep.
yep. So ha. Either
Yep.
way, maybe Nicolas Cage was the original angel.
Maybe.
The only person that I could think of that Nicolas Cage could have talked to would have been Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life. Shout out to It's a Wonderful Life because it's a damn good movie.
No.
Either way, I'm going to assume that Donna starts us off because I honestly can't remember. Donna, it is either The Rock or Crudes.
Okay. I am going to go with The Rock on this one because I think it is a better movie.
Leaving the family. How dare you? Audience on this one between The Rock and Crudes, it is a 16 vote difference for The Rock. It gets that vote. I just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go for the Crudes. Just to make Donna feel bad.
Thanks.
She left the family behind and I didn't. So there it is.
Yeah.
2-1, The Rock moves on to the next round. The
Oh, hey,
Crudes.
by the way, figured out it's Michael because John Travolta was an angel first, and then they did Face Off.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
there you go. There we go.
Okay.
I made up for it. There we go.
That's the theory that Angus is going to have to go with on this one. All right. The Crudes, spot number 22. I looked that one up, but I got completely lost off of that one. Says I grunt in IMAX. You know what? I think this movie would be kind of fun to watch in IMAX, but I've never seen it in IMAX. Fun fact: he recorded many lines with physical movement. I think you kind of have to. Like, I'm not a voice actor. I'm pretty sure I could do stuff like that, but like I don't. I did a voice acting thing on Dr. P.F. Jeremiah, and I honestly cannot remember how in the hell I did it. So trying to recreate that voice, which is going to be impossible. But I think to do a lot of those things, you have to wave your arms and have movement just to get it right.
Well, I mean,
So
watch anybody and they do that. But Robin Williams was like one of the better people because he was so animated. Just whenever he did whatever he was doing, but especially like the genie, watching some of those things, like good God, he was more animated than anything.
one of my favorite ones, one of my favorite stories is, speaking of being animated, the little girl in Monsters Incorporated.
Boo!
Boo. Thank you. I couldn't remember the kid's name. Boo. They couldn't get her to read lines.
Mm-hmm.
So what they just ended up doing is like miking her up and just letting her go play.
Yeah.
And then just using those sounds as clips for the thing.
Yeah.
So
like that's got to be like an insane thing to put on your resume. It's like, yeah, I was in Monsters Inc. Oh, okay, what'd you do as a voice actor? How'd you do that? I just walked around and played.
I just played. That I just yeah. Rock moves on 2-1 to the next round. Audience starts us off. It is either Sorcerer's Apprentice or Spider-Verse in a looks like an 8 vote difference off of that one. Spider-Verse gets that particular vote. You know what? I'm gonna go for Sorcerer's Apprentice on this one. I do love the movie Spider-Verse. I think it's a much more creative movie, especially a lot more. It's a lot more mind blowing of a movie too when you actually think about it. But I just love. I think Sorcerer's Apprentice doesn't get enough love as it should for what it is, and it's one of those movies too that you can rewatch it over and over again, and each time you do, you find something new because there's just so many different things in there. And I gotta appreciate that. So it's a tie breaking decision coming down to Donna. Donna, Spider Verse, Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Do you find it odd that these two movies are paired together? Because you've got one where it was a piece from a larger film made into a broader thing, and then from this one, it's the broader verse, and you're taking the small piece that he was in. I don't know. I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of funny. But I am going to go with The Sorcerer's Apprentice on this one, just because I agree. It's a fantastic movie. You can watch it over and over again and find something new. I do love it. So,
By the way, that vote for Spider Verse from the audience is the first time that Sorcerer's Apprentice actually got a vote against it this entire time.
huh.
But Spider Verse, spot number 11 says, I am a sad cartoon detective. Fun fact, though, probably not for him, but fun fact, recorded his lines alone in a dark room. Or sorry, a dark booth.
He had to get in character.
Yeah. I mean, considering what it is, I agree with that. I start this one off. It is either going to be face off or kick ass. I had to correct myself. I was about to say kickoff. I still got the entire fucking football game stuck in my head. I'm happy. I am happy, but I have a major fucking headache. By the way, for anybody who noticed, I got my Williams jersey sporting back here
Mm-hmm.
because I was gonna wear it, then I realized I would have gotten way too fucking hot. So, and at this point, the way what Williams did in the last like 15 minutes of that game.
Yes, I agree. I had my stuff on too, so I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. Oh my
Like I
god! Like, what the actual like? Oh,
I
John.
will say this is the last thing. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this game. I will
Mm-hmm.
say that I am not going to give Packard fans shit
Mm-mm.
though.
Mm-mm.
If that was a complete blowout,
Mm-hmm.
if it was like, if it turned out to be like 30-3 or 21-3 or whatever, like it was at the end of the first fucking quarter of that game. If it ended up being like 21-3, but like flip sides, so the Bears would have beat the living crap out of the Packers, I would have given them shit because there's no way that I could deter myself from doing that. That is fine. However, with it being literally like a 4-point game at the end, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
where they had to get a touchdown.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it wasn't a 4-point. It was a 3-point game. It was a 4-point
No,
win.
four. Or
It
yeah.
was
Okay. Yep. 4 to win, 3 to tie. Yep.
yeah, because it was 30. It was 27. No, it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was 27 to 30.
27-31.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. So they couldn't have their. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
So,
They had to score. That's why they lost. Yep.
but the point is that since they missed that field goal beforehand, that would
Mm-hmm.
have made it to 30-31.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it would have made it 30-31 because they would have got that before. But that would have also made it a field goal game,
Mm-hmm.
which means they wouldn't have had to play the way they did at the end of that. So realistically, uh, that was that game was decided with that kick.
Well,
And I feel bad about that.
I would also argue the 2 points too, going for the two instead of the one.
Yeah, which I was. There's a
I
lot
would
of
do that.
there's a lot of things about that game that surprised the piss out of me.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fourth down. It was like fourth down and 8 or something like that, and they went for it in their own territory. I'm like, you just did this, and you
Mm-hmm.
barely made it out.
Yeah.
Although I do think they got them down to like 3 points off of that one, but still, like I wouldn't have done it. I said they're going
No.
like, no, kick this. I appreciate your concern, but kick this. This like just
Well,
do it.
it just didn't make sense at all because it's okay. If you're close, that makes sense to me. Statistically speaking, they know you're going to kick the ball instead of run it or throw it or anything else. So it's like, really? But not at 8 yards.
I
Eight
would
was too far. 8 was way too far.
if you're. This is the reason why I would come up with. I don't know what the official rules are nowadays because they keep changing the damn thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I would come up with a trick play when it comes to that. Like I would teach my kicker to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Like we already know you know how to punt.
Yeah.
Punting it isn't that hard. You do it a lot. But can you throw? Because we only need a couple of yards, and if you're going to confuse people like that,
Mm-hmm.
because once you jump and go down, normally you don't fight for like anything else. So if you go to kick, but you're not actually kicking, realistically, you have probably a 3 second time there where you could either run it or throw it and
Mm-hmm.
have a much better chance of doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm not a coach. I'm not a player. It's not something that I'm going to get involved in. But what I was saying though is that since the game was so close, I'm not going to give Packer fans shit. I'm not. I'm
No.
going to appreciate it that the game what it was. However, it did give me a fucking migraine
Yes.
because I couldn't. By the end of that game, I was pacing. I
Mm-hmm.
had nothing to do. Like I had my drink. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I didn't have to do anything else. I was waiting for the game to get done so I could come down here and record this with you. But I'm sitting there going, it's like, I want this to end, but I'm having so much fun watching it, and I really hope. Uh, my only problem is that right now, my goal in this, I wanted to go for have the Packers beat the Packers and then beat the Eagles and then beat the 49ers and then
Mm-hmm.
face the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Okay. The reason why is because the Packers are not league rivals, are like division rivals.
Yeah.
That would have just been perfect game. The Eagles have been helping us and we've been helping them this entire fucking season.
Mm-hmm.
So just back and forth. We've been beating the hell out of their league. They've been beating the hell out of our league or our division. Sorry. So
Mm-hmm.
that would have been perfect as well. 49ers gave us one of our losses that was so fucking close
Yeah.
that we weren't supposed to be anywhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
But to get a close up win on them again, and then to face the Patriots in the Super Bowl, which for all you sports fans out there that are history nerds as well, the last time the Bears won a Super Bowl was in, of course, 1986, which is 40 years coming up in this late January. I know that because I'm turning 40 this year, which is the reason I'm a lifelong Bears fan, is because the Bears won the Super Bowl the year I was born. And guess what team they played in the Super Bowl in the 1985-86 season? Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So to have that 4 game going from the Packers to the Eagles to the 49ers and then beating the Patriots, and that entire thing would have been fucking perfect. Unfortunately, uh, I think we're not facing the Eagles next. I think we're facing somebody else because the Eagles lost the last game, the week 16, so they ended up going down a seed. So they have to end up facing another team, and it's either going to be them or like the 49ers or something like that in the end. And I'm like, damn it. So it's not going to happen. But I could imagine if it was going to be a history, like if you wanted to write a storybook ending to beat all those people, all those teams at the very end and do it on the 40th anniversary of the last time you won a Super Bowl, and you've only been to one Super Bowl since then.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I think, against the Colts back in 2006 or sometime around there.
Sure.
I think it would have been great, but it didn't happen that way. So it is what it is. I start this one off. I think, yeah, I start this one off. It is either going to be Face Off or Kick Ass. I'm gonna go for Kick Ass on this one. Again, a superhero movie. Love superhero movies. I love the joke that Face Off has done. It's a damn good movie to start with, but Kick Ass, especially with that entire fire stunt, and it's just. I will agree that Face Off is probably a better movie. Film wise, I think Face Off is probably a better movie. However, the more rewatchable movie for me, which is a lot of how my thought process goes into what I choose on this show, I'm going to go for Kick Ass. Donna, Kick Ass, Face Off.
I'm gonna have to agree with Kick Ass. I mean, John Travolta's trying to play Nick Cage the whole time, and Nick Cage is planning to play John Travolta, and so it's a good concept, it's a good movie, but it's not Nick Cage. It's not the weird oddity that he is.
We were talking about that last week, by the way, and I didn't write this down. I really should have. During the entire question, I always try to bring up last week's question to if there's any answers that we got through either Facebook or chat or something like that. So, but we were talking about last week how my answer to last week's question was Data from the entire Star Trek series. Brent Spinner
Mm-hmm.
from the actors or actresses who don't get enough credit for what they do. And the reason why is because there's been multiple times during that show specifically that he's had to act like he's acting like somebody else.
Yes.
Which is realistically extremely hard to do,
Mm-hmm.
especially for his character. Because his character is completely deadpan.
Yes.
So you can't act like a normal human would. You have to act the way it's a completely different concept. So, which is where the entire face-off thing comes in, because to act like somebody else acting like you is an entire Inception type thing, and it hurts my brain even more than I always hurt right now because of that fucking football game. So, Kick-Ass moves on. Uh, 2-1. I love this new board. It gives me so much more room. Face Off 23, number 23 for Chat GP Cage off of this one. Says, I became Travolta, he became me. Fun fact off this one, they studied each other's mannerism. I think you kind of had to off of this
That's
one.
what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Like you.
No. Yeah.
It's like you pretty much had to be to do that without it. And I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm gonna have to look it up again. Check it out. Kick-Ass moves on 2-1 to the next round. Last up, I think Donna starts us off. Donna, is it National Treasure or Leaving Las Vegas?
National Treasure.
Gets a vote. Audience between Leaving Las Vegas and National Treasure in a 35 vote difference. National Treasure gets that one. I'm going to go trifecta. National Treasure 3 and out. Okay. Leaving Las Vegas. Spot number 2 for Nicolas Cage. It says, emotionally devastating. My therapist has seen this. Fun fact, though, it won. It did win Cage his first Oscar.
Interesting.
Yeah. So check on that one. Audience starts us off. Donna, however, I'm going to ask you this question. Out of these 4 movies that are left, what are we going to start with? Is it The Rock, National Treasure, Sorcerer's Apprentice, or Kick-Ass?
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. We're starting with Kick-Ass, which means for the audience, which is starting us off, either going to be The Rock or Kick-Ass in this situation. In a 20 vote difference, The Rock gets that vote. You know what? I do love the movie Kick-Ass. I really do. It's a cheeky movie considering what they're talking about, but if you're going to go rewatchability, I would much rather watch The Rock than the entire Kick-Ass, either one of the Kick-Ass movies. Mainly because of Sean Connery, but I mean, it is what it is. The Rock gets my vote. Donna, is it Kick-Ass or The Rock off this one?
That's really difficult because I agree. Sean Connery is what that movie is really about. So I'm gonna go with Kick-Ass because I think Nick Cage has a better presence in that movie, just because of that. I'm just gonna do that.
And the other one, of course, I start this one off. It is either going to be Sorcerer's Apprentice or National Treasure. I love both of these movies. Both these are Disney movies as well, which pisses me off. I can't even pass the parcel. Damn it. No. I usually wait. I'm going to go for Sorcerer's Apprentice. National Treasure. I do love the movie National Treasure. I think it gets a little bit more love than it should. It gets a lot of love. That's the point. Like, it gets a shit ton of love. Mm-hmm. But even I'm going like, okay. That's a bit much. So I'm going to go for Sorcerer's Apprentice off of this one. Donna, Sorcerer's Apprentice, National Treasure.
I'm going to do Sorcerer's Apprentice. I agree. But that is just an underrated movie. It was just fantastic.
And audience vote between National Treasure and Sorcerer's Apprentice in a 41 vote difference off of this one. National Treasure gets that vote. By the way, National Treasure ended up winning the audience vote when it came down to the when the audience did this on Facebook as well. So there's that one. Third place, Donna starts us off. Donna, Kick-Ass, National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Gets a vote. Gets the audience's vote, and will be getting my vote as well. Between Kick-Ass and National Treasure, it is a 44 vote difference for the audience. All right, Kick-Ass. I get to go with them first. Kick-Ass got spot number 19 for ChatGP Cage. Says, I weaponized fatherhood. Fun fact, he took a pay cut to help this get made.
I knew that.
I did not. Uh, National Treasure, spot number 12, says, I stole history legally. Okay. Fun
All
fact,
right.
historians quietly hated this. I don't think historians quietly hated this. I think historians loudly hated this.
Very much, yes.
Like, that's not true. I will say, though, National Treasure got a lot of people to start going to museums.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, by the way, you know how America is known for having a lot of, like, having a Starbucks and a McDonald's and, like, on, like, every corner?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Statistically speaking, in the United States, there is more museums than Starbucks and McDonald's combined.
Interesting.
Mhm. Which I always thought was kind of a cool fact.
Now, if we compare that to the number of people who have actually gone to a Starbucks, McDonald's, or museum, the numbers would be different. But it's the thought that
Well,
counts.
I can say that realistically, I've probably been to more more individual museums than individual McDonald's and Starbucks.
Okay, so you're saying hit once and that's it?
Well, I don't normally hit it and quit it, but
Well, we know you have a wife,
you
so.
you walked into that and you know it. All right. Uh,
All right, it is 1 a.m., so I'll give you that one.
the point is though is that as far as individual places,
Mhm.
I can tell you that I've been to more museums than Starbucks and McDonald's combined. Granted, I've only been to like three different Starbucks,
Mhm.
and two of them was to get directions. So I'm just not a coffee guy. However, I could probably say that I have been into McDonald's more in general, like at multiple times, than I have museums. Like if you combined every time I've gone into any museum versus any time I've ever gone to McDonald's, I've been to McDonald's a lot more.
Yeah.
But it's also usually a lot cheaper.
Yes.
So saying that, uh, National Treasure goes three and out off of that one. By the way, National Treasure went three and out all the way up into the semifinals, where it got its votes, the two votes against it for uh, for that one. Sorcerer's Apprentice, by the way, the first vote against Sorcerer's Apprentice was actually National Treasure in this one as well. So there's no single movie on here that's left between The Rock and Sorcerer's Apprentice that has not gotten a vote against it. So it's got a strike. Donna started that one, got third place off. So audience starts this one off. Audience, Donna and myself. This is the last time to blow your load. You know I'm gonna blow my load when we get to it.
Mhm.
Audience, it is either The Rock or Sorcerer's Apprentice. It is a 17 vote difference for The Rock off of this one. You know, I'm gonna blow my load off of this one. So Donna, is it The Rock or Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Just to spite you, I do want to blow my load.
I was kind of expecting you to do so. And just to spite you, I am going. Not to spite you, not to spite you. If you were somebody else, I would say to spite you. But this is just as my guest, today. I'm going to let you give the final vote in this situation, and I'm going to make it a tie-breaking decision. So you get to have final say to say who wins this entire thing. Is it The Rock or Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. I went that way too, so it was a tie-breaking decision. Sorcerer's Apprentice gets first place. The Rock gets second. National Treasure and Kick-Ass round out those top ones. The Rock, by the way, got spot number 10.
Hmm.
Says, this is the reason why I put Left Behind. I forgot to read Left Behind because I read The Rock. So
Oh,
that's why. Sorcerer's Apprentice, spot number 20. Says, I I wear 14 coats and none of them explain the plot.
sure.
Fun fact, we've already talked about this, but fun fact, this was based on a Fantasia segment.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. The Rock, Sorcerer's Apprentice, National Treasure, and Kick-Ass run out the top four. That is our show this week, guys. You can find Donna at
Just Donna Marie Goring on Facebook.
And of course, I am your host, Freddie Fisher. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracket Bash at the audience vote, where you can vote along with every single week. Currently, it is Leonardo DiCaprio movies. There's going to be a short break of we're just going to do some wild stuff while we get the quotes 1 and 2 done, and then I have to find who's ever going to be doing the quote unquote "fuck you" songs tournament with me, because I kind of need their thought process on what they're going to decide what the "fuck you" songs are going to be. So I can give you those one as well. Aliens movies, Irish movies, and movies for rounding up on Easter. We have movies that need to be remade for, of course, the Resurrection special this upcoming year. So check those one out. On Twitter, I'm at Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Pod on Instagram. As always, you can find me at Can't Lick Me, not one word. I like to leave every single quote the show. I like to leave every single show with a quote. I do apologize. I like to leave every single show with a quote. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, guys, give me a break. I like to leave every single show with a quote. Today's quote, as I was saying before, the reason I voted for Knowing in the process is because of this. From Nicolas Cage himself. Says from this movie, you don't have to be a hero to do something meaningful. That is the show this week, guys. Have a good one.